looking through right now. Compounds, again, as you see on the screen, we've got the C2, C3, C4. These are the middle of the pack. There's two compounds harder, and there's one more compound softer. And that's to be expected because Kokoda is a devoted, track facility, as opposed to, say, Singapore or Monaco, which were street races. We're about to start. We're about a minute or so, within a minute or so to start. Green light hasn't gone up just yet. Yeah, F1 is reporting risk of rain for the Sprint Shootout 0%. Yeah, there's going to be no rain this whole weekend. If ESPN proper is not showing it, look for like ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus will have it, obviously, and then on cable, you're looking for like ESPN2, ESPN U is the other channels at ESPN, or ESPN. ESPN News is another channel. It's more. It's not that ESPN hasn't stopped showing; it's that ESPN has other things at this time. So it's going to be on other channels. There are multiple channels within the ESPN family. So it's not just ESPN or ESPN2. It's one of these additional channels. So the shootout has just begun. And so the sprint shootout is gonna 12 minutes in the first shootout, 10 in the second section, and then 8 in the third session. So again, we're really not your support for how to watch F1. So just those who are asking in chat, we really can't tell you. No, not all the ESPNs would be showing football. The majority of them will be showing football, but there are like 5 or 6 ESPN channels. So um, it's just not the ESPN or ESPN2 are the one you may be thinking about. So. Looking through right now. Yeah, I'm still waiting right now for people. I believe no one's on a flying lap dishes. We're still well, the issue we're dealing with right now is that we've got several cards have gone out. So Lewis Hamilton is just starting his first flying lap right now. He's done his out lap. Again, we still have a lot of cars that are basically, yeah, my apologies. I was just like, what is going on in the moment? Issue right now is that we've got cars still coming out of the pits. Even as Hamilton is just now starting doing he's done his out lap, now doing his flying lap. What happened to Verstappen? Hasn't come out on track just yet. He hasn't done his flying. He hasn't left. I think. Let me see. Is he on track? He may be still in the pit lane. There was a large line of cars still going in pit lane. Just check. There was something going on. Yeah, I think basically what ended up happening is there was a shot of Max in pit lane, and it's just he was lined up. So we've got our first two times. We've got Hamilton and 136, Hulkenberg 137, Magnussen did a 137. And wow, these are Hamilton's time 136. I mean, we saw 135s yesterday and 134s. So I'm not sure what is going on at the moment. So literally you're saying this is Sargent's home race. This is not technically his home race. Again, remember there are three different U.S. races. The Miami race would be technically Sargent's home race because he's from the state of Florida, where Miami is in. So Hamilton is slotted into one. Clerk has now slotted in 136.3. Hamilton is second, Norris third, Albon fourth, Hulkenberg fifth, Bottas, Magnussen, Sargent, Piastri round out 9 right now who have set times. Sainz is about to finish. He's going to go slide in P2 within a tenth of his teammate. Stroll is slotting in 9th right now with a 137. These 137s are not going to stand very much. They're not good times. Alonso, another 137.1. Not a very good time. Leclerc had a fastest sector 2. Max is on his, looks like he's on his flying. What's going on? Yeah, Max is on his flying lap. Missing data at the moment. We'll see if Gasly's going to slot in at 4th, fastest third sector, 136.595. Next across line is going to be Tsunoda, then Ocon. Tsunoda's going to slot in 7th, 136.945. Looks like Ocon's time might have been deleted. Nope, he's going to jump up to 3rd. He had not finished yet, 136.3272. Max is on a purple flying lap right now, fastest sector 1 and 2. Russell's going to slot in 3rd, 136.329. Then we've got Verstappen, Perez, and Zhou. Max slotting in 135.997. I think Zhou is going to be the next one to finish. He's going to slide in 8th, and then Perez is the last one with initial laps, and he's going to slot in 5th. So interesting situations. We've got, again, Hamilton, we've got Hulkenberg, Bottas, Magnussen hitting. You've got enough time in this one, in the Q1 in the shootout, to pit, put a new tire on, and get back out. You might be able to do that in the Q2 of the shootout, but definitely not in the third session. And they are mandated to use medium tires through this session right now. We've got 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this. Oh, something's wrong with Russell's radio where he can hear all the engineers. They're all broadcasting to him during the lap. So we've got, looks like Oscar is he on a flying lap? Yes, he is. He's on a flying lap, and so is his teammate Norris. So he's gone through 2 sectors so far. Oscar's improved both sectors so far. Norris only in sector 1. Sector 2 has lost some time. Oscar coming up the line. He's going to slot in P11 with a 136. Norris is about to finish his lap. And he's half a second slower than Verstappen, but he's going to slot into 8th. That is good enough, but that's not a like 11 means is that you're gonna get out. You're not getting into Q3. That's the big issue that we're looking at right now. Trying to think who else has moved. Perez, no one's on a flying lap as of yet. Max is in the pits. Hamilton is now coming out of the pits. Right now, the driver is Alonso with a 137.1. And then you've got Bottas, Magnussen, Ricardo, Stroll, and Sargent, and the ones in the danger zone. We've got 2 minutes left in this session. So Hamilton will be able to get around the track and then start a flying lap, essentially. And that's going to be the same for everyone who's doing out laps at the moment. Max is hitting. He's probably done. He's probably he's probably done in P1. He's going to move on to the next session, Q2. So I don't think unless I see an outlap in the next few seconds, I doubt to see that him coming back out for the session for the shootout 1. Looking right now for any particular questions or comments in chat right now. We're following Albon right now, who's starting his flying lap, and this would be basically his final attempt in this session. He's currently 12th. Joe has moved up to 9th, and he is now done. He will not be able to get around again for another flying lap. He's got to cool down. Again, after you do a flying lap, you have to cool down, and that's basically tires, battery, and whatnot. Following Stroll right now. He's finished his second. He's coming to the line. He's got a few more seconds before he comes to the line. He's in the middle of the third sector right now. It's looking good so far. He has improved on his. So Stroll's going to jump to 10th with 136. That should get him into the second session. Alonso coming to the line. He is 0.368 behind Verstappen. So that's going to put him to, I believe, 6th. Albon coming to the line. He is going to slide into 3rd. Hulkenberg coming to the line. He's going to slide into 14th. And then Magnussen's going to slide into 16th. He's not going to make it through. So we know Magnussen's not going to make it. Oscar's late right now, currently 15th. He's coming to the line. He's going to go to 14th. That's going to maybe. We're in a maybe situation with him at this point. Bottas coming to the line. He's going to 17th. He's not going to make it. So it's Tsunoda, Ricardo, Sargent. Sargent is going to come across the line 19th. Not going to make it. Ricardo's next. He's currently 20th. Ricardo's going to make it. 15th. He's going to put Hulkenberg in the elimination zone. And we have our eliminated drivers right now. It's going to be Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Bottas, Tsunoda, Sargent. Everyone else is in a position where they're not going to affect the elimination zone. So Ricardo knocks out the last other Haas driver this weekend. And he also beats his teammate Tsunoda, which is interesting. So Ricardo just passed to Q2, and the same thing, he did the same thing yesterday during qualification as well. I think the big surprise today is that Albon is P3 today. Did something happen with Sargent's last lap, or is he just not performing? I've been looking and just not seeing anything at the moment. So there is a turn 9 incident involving Russell and Leclerc will be investigated after the session, and an impeding incident. Not sure what exactly they were talking. Hopefully you'll see a replay of that. What happened to Stroll? Nothing happened to Stroll. Stroll is in 12th. He made it into the second section, shootout session. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Alonso, he did not do well yesterday, but he got into Q2. Truth. Verstappen did not get first yesterday. He is actually, I believe, they're 5th or 6th on the grid tomorrow. He's on the third row. Yesterday, reason why that happened is that Verstappen basically yesterday, his last lap in qualifying ended up being deleted because he went over the line at turn 19. Thank you for clarifying. He will be starting P6. Thank you. Yeah, Max will be. Maybe Max playing Checo. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Start to Sartorius Hobbs. Watch that audio be replayed at the end of the season. Ooh, Hamilton's asking it to see if his front wing, one of the AlphaTauri drivers, I am not sure which one it is. Might have been Yuki getting in front of Hamilton. They did touch. So session the SQ1, the S1 is finished. We're going on to S2 Shootout 2. Time will be 10 minutes, and I believe they are a medium tire. We don't know if Russell will have a penalty as of yet. Basically, it's a blocking incident with Russell being the accused. That will be basically resolved after the qualification. What shootout means basically is the shootout means that it is the qualification for the sprint race. So this year, one of the things is that we've got the sprint race basically isolated on its own day on Saturday. So yesterday, during the what would be free practice 2 on a normal weekend, we had the qualification session for the race for Sunday. Hamilton touched. He didn't crash in Sonoda. He had contact with Sonoda. He didn't lose control of the car. So we have Shootout 2 starting right now already. Already 15 seconds have passed, and cars are coming out of the pits. So green light for Q2 Shootout 2. So it'll be about a minute to 1 or 2 minutes before we get everyone out on track and basically have everyone on track and have done their outlaps. I believe Red Bull were the first two out of the gate. Admittedly, they're going much slower out on track than expected, and I think they're giving each other more time before going out to get better clean air. Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday, so it's not the GP later. It's going to be the sprint race. Is going to be later. It's the GP is tomorrow on Sunday. Again, right now it's 12:51 p.m. in Central Time, Texas. This is where my time zone, because I am about a few hours north in North Texas. The race itself is at COTA. We are in Austin, Texas, which is the central or the heart of Texas, if you'd like to sing that. And it is SQ2 already right now. We've got 8 minutes left to go in this session, and Max Verstappen is now starting his first flying lap. I think he was the first one to go out, so he's going to get fresh, clean air throughout his lap. Max has already set a purple sector 1 on his lap. He's on track to set a fastest sector 2 as well. And he does. He does a 38 second sector 2. Max again, he's the first one out, but he set the hammer down. It's a 135.181. I mean, that will get him into the third shootout session. Question is, will he go again? Will he pit for new tires and go again? Perez coming in behind 135.718. 0.6 off, but that should be good for, again, I would think these would be good times that would get him into the next session. Leclerc coming in 135.386, so he's 0.2 behind Max. Sainz coming in third, 135.5. Zhou comes in at 136.2, Stroll 136.1. Those are definitely two we'll probably have to go around again. The Oscar's coming in 135.7, and Norris is the last one currently on track. Coming around. And he stays in line just a little bit. He's got to come in fourth. That's a 135.594. Ooh, yeah, that was close for Lando. So what's going on? Russell's coming out for his out lap. Albon, Alonso, Ocon, Hamilton, Gasly, Ricardo are still in their pits. They have not come out yet. They can do 2 flying laps, but we're halfway through the session, and 6 of the drivers are still in their pits. They haven't come out. They're gonna come out, and they're gonna do basically a 1 lap glory at this point. So ultimately, basically, I think they're gonna. So here comes one of the Alpines. Here comes Alonso and Russell. Esteban, Betty's coming out. Can't see at this range. They have a very long shot to the pit lane entrance, and you can barely see who's in the very distance. So they're all starting to come out now. Charles is pitted. And Sainz is pitted. They have enough time to do a pit stop. Barely. So the only one who's still in the pits who's not set a time is Ricardo. And the question is, are they going to send him out, or are they going to just sit on a P15? That's where he ended up being yesterday, was on P15. Regarding the incident between Hamilton and Tsunoda, it was reviewed, but no further investigation. So Russell starting his first flying lap. It's going to be interesting because, again, he's only going to get 1 lap. This is going to be the only lap. He's not going to get around again. It's not very likely he's going to get around again to do another flying lap. Some of you are like complaining about the sprint race and you don't understand it. Like, seriously, like, it's more actual racing action. Like, if this was a normal weekend, this would be free practice 3, and there'd be nothing at risk here. 2 minutes ago in this session, actually, 1:50 to go, actually. Russell right now is the currently only one on a flying lap. Alonso's just starting his first. Alonso's on a flying lap. Actually, multiple are on flying laps at the moment. Russell in Sector 3, Alonso in Sector 2, Ocon, Hamilton, Albon, Gasly, Ricardo are in. If they're not in the third, on their outlaps, they're in their first sector still. So Russell's going to slot in 7th, 135.847. Is that going to be enough? It might, but it's dicey. Dicey. Looking at right now, who's I believe Alonso is next on to finish a lap. Oh, that's crazy. Wait. Oh, Max goes off track. He does a full 360, loses control, does a 360, gets back on track, and continues. That's why he's boarded his lap. He may get. I mean, if you hit the checkered flag already now at track, my stream is 20 seconds behind. But yeah, spin, a nice recovery. That's a check of the floor. Ooh, Ocon may have just gone off track. That's, ooh, he's so close, so close. I can't really. He may have. He's gonna slot in 9th. Max is coming to the pits. Hamilton's gonna slot into 8th. That's the only time he's gonna get. He's probably gonna get into it. Stroll, Joe, Albon, and Ricardo. Gasly just jumped up to 7th. So Alonso is at risk right now. Here comes Albon. But may have gone off track. His tires went past the white line. So that's something to watch. Albon's going to slot in 10th, but he may not. His time may not count. Zoe is coming across. He's going to slot in 14th. He's not going to make it out of this session. Ricardo is coming around. I mean, I believe this is turn 19. Coming across the line. He's going to go in 11th, so he's not going to make it. Yeah, no, he's not going to make it. And I think we've got our drivers are out. Ricardo, Alonso, Ocon, Stroll, and Zhou are out in this session right now. Oh, we're watching a replay of Stroll. He locked up his tires locked up. Didn't get the right. Yeah, his tires locked up and lost a lot of time. What happened? Ocon, he just saw a lap. Only did one lap. Did a 136, and you needed to do at least a 135. I mean, Albon gets in with a 135.9. Oh, he beats Ricardo by a 10th. That's half of a 10th. So that is the second session. Again, Ricardo, Alonso, Ocon, Stroll, Zhou are the ones going out in the shootout 2. Shootout 1, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Bottas, Noda, Sargent went out. So that leaves us Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Perez, Oscar, Gasly, Russell, Hamilton, Albon for our top 10. I want to thank the 6,800, almost 600, 900 watching right now. We've got over 635 likes, which I need to like. Oops. There we go. There are 638 likes now. Thank you for those who are here right now. Again, this is the Race Tickets YouTube channel. This is Grash, your commentator for the shootout. Normally, again, for these sessions, this would be a free practice, and that's what I normally cover because it's at this time I'm picking up qualification for the sprint race. Normally, again, Ryan is normally one who's covering qualifications. He will be doing sprint race later this afternoon, and again, afternoon for me in the United States. And then he'll be doing the race tomorrow as well. Again, it's 1:03 track time right now. Oh, we gotta interview Yuki. I'm tempted to listen to it, but he's don't want to be distracted by that. We've got a few minutes before the third session is going to happen. The third session is 8 minutes long, and I believe they're required to use the soft tires. I could be very. If I'm wrong, someone will tell me in chat that I'm wrong. Williams in SQ in a Q3. No, Albon is getting into Q3. He's been able to get into Q3 regularly in the past several races. It happens. What are you watching? How are you watching while the ESPN is? There is again. I've got F1 TV Pro. I basically paid for that because I started as of the next race in Mexico, it would be a year of me commentating. Suarez doesn't have a Texas accent because like Patrick Ewing, because I didn't grow up in Texas. I grew up in New England. Please do not talk to me if the New England Patriots is a historically bad season. We're talking about the post-Belichick era in New England already. Yeah, it's that bad. Anyways, back Dakota. Teams are just getting we're almost. Yeah, again, we are now switching back to soft tires, and that's F1 is confirming that. Would love to hear that cowboy accent. I'm not a cowboy. I'm from New England. I grew up there. Though, granted, this is my second stint down in Texas. I did my master's studies here in Texas, and now I'm back working in Texas. Green flag. New England, most European and cultured state. Frankie, that's if you can maybe. I mean, like, where do you put New York in that regard? Because like, if you put New York higher than say like if you put New York City higher than say Boston, then New England isn't. Sprint Show, it's just started. 30 seconds. We still got. What's going on? Are they just not going out? Yeah, I think they're not going out. I think they're going to sit and wait because there's only 8 minutes. Basically, the first 2 minutes is your outlap, and then you've got again another 2 minutes to do your flying lap. Again, it'd be a minute and a half to do your flying lap, and then you could potentially do a cool down lap. So are they just waiting just to do a single lap? Bay Christine, welcome to Green Chat, my friend. While we wait for them to come on track, one of the benefits of joining is that you get a list of new emojis that are available to you on this channel. If you haven't liked or subscribed, now's a good time to do it. Again, we do sessions for all the practices, the sprint shootout, and the race itself. Q3 has started. No one has gone on track. No one has gone, and I think what they're doing is that I think they're afraid of some sort of track evolution going on. So it's literally going to be a game of chickens. Who's going to go out first? Yeah, no, this is a game of chicken. This is a game of chicken, everyone. They are if you go out first, while you will guarantee to have clean air, you're putting down rubber for track evolution. And that's what they're afraid of. That's what's going on here. Oh, don't get me wrong. We've got like another minute of this going on, another minute or two, and then they will have to go out on track, so they have time to do their outlap and then get across the line. Five minutes left to go in this session. There we go. Is that Max coming out? So here we go. They waited 3 minutes in this session. So they are going to go out and they're going to get basically. Let me see. Max might have a chance to get a second go. He might have a second chance to go. But like right now, I see the Ferraris coming out. One of the Albin is coming out. They may not have a second chance to go around. So they are again on soft tires. We've got under 4 minutes to go in this session now. That could be one of the things they could do is 2 warm-up laps and then the fast lap. That could be if they wanted to really warm up those soft tires. But it should be enough to do one out lap and to get going. There you go. Here comes Max. Is Max going to do a flying lap, or he's going to do another out lap to warm up the tires? So an out lap basis when you come out of the garage, that the because you're not getting a complete lap, we call that an out lap. So from the garage back around to the start line is the out lap. A flying lap is when you're pushing the car and you're going as fast as you can around the track. After a flying lap, you have to do the F1 cars have to do essentially a slower lap to recover because you're putting tire temperature and stress on the tires. So that lap is to let the tire recover. The other half of it is to also like rebuild up your battery as well. So Max did improve in his first sector. Let's see how Norris has the fastest sector one right now. Max is a fastest sector 2 at the moment. Max has got to go around one of the Mercs. Did that do something to his lap? Not sure. Norris is coming to the end of sector 2. Oscar has improved in his first sector. Norris has improved in his time in sector 2. So he's improved across the board his lap. So is Max. Oh, I think Max went across. I think turn 17. That could have been over the line. We'll take a look. He's going to be faster sector 2. He's going to set a 134.5. Norris comes along. He's going to slot in P2, 134. Oscar's going to 134.894. Oh my God, Gasly is only 0.003 behind. Leclerc comes in P2 134.93. And I don't think, these are the laps. They're not going to get around again. They're not going to make it around again for another lap. And I'm not live. There we go. So Sainz comes in fifth, Albon slots in sixth, Gasly slots in seventh, Perez slots in sixth. Just Hamilton and Russell. It's the Mercedes right now, who are the last two. Hamilton's going to slot in third, 134. Russell's got green sectors, but he's significantly off. I mean, he's off of Hamilton's time. He's going to slot in eighth, and that's gonna be all they wrote. I don't think anyone else who got around is on a flying lap. Nope, they're not. And that's how it's going to end up being. It's going to be a one lap wonder for everyone. Max going to take it with a 134.538. Leclerc is second, Hamilton third, Norris and Piastri fourth, Sainz sixth, Perez seventh, Russell eighth, Albon ninth, Gasly 10th, and that's what going to be Q3. So Max this time didn't go off track, though. So I want to thank everyone again. That is the shootout. Shootout has ended. That's where we stand right now. Again, this is Grash. It's been my pleasure to be here for free practice one, for the quali yesterday, and this shootout today. Ryan is going to be taking over from the sprint race later today, and he'll be doing the race tomorrow. And if I happen to be back, something crazy has happened between then. Yeah, no red flag, but hey, only so much chaos can happen when I'm streaming, apparently. Take a look. So it's 1:16 p.m. track time right now. Sprint race is going to be at 5 p.m. So again, 3.5 hours from now. About 2.5 hours from now, we will probably race statistics usually comes on about an hour 40 to 45 minutes before the session. There'll be music before Ryan comes on, which will be a few minutes before the start. Yeah, no safety car, no red flag. All right. I want to thank everyone who's here. Again, there were over 6,000 of you watching a point. We're almost 937 likes. Thank you. That helps us with the algorithm. Again, if you want to chat between now and the sprint race, there is the Discord channel. And I will get that into chat for you right now. And then after that, stay safe, have a good lunch, and we'll see you in a few hours. I'll see everyone. You'll see me, I think, next weekend, I believe. Yeah, next weekend is the Mexican Grand Prix, so you'll see me next weekend for free practice one. Again, Ryan's taking over for the sprint and for the race. And I will see you soon. Have a good afternoon.